Well, happy hump day, sun seekers. Welcome to the show about food, fun places, then the mayhem of life. One step closer to the weekend. We are one step closer to the weekend and one step closer to Halloween and an impending time change. Yes, it won't be long before we're taking those clocks and we're falling back an hour. This debate is raging and rearing its ugly head yet again. The debate over daylight savings time. Thank you, Quebec. They're opening it up and asking for consultations. They may leave this whole little scheme altogether. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of staying with it and leaving daylight savings time. And why some people don't change their clocks in this country. Actually, there's a couple of U.S. states that don't either. The Brandon Police Service, our local police department, is looking to make some national headlines this morning. They're not looking to. There's an incident that has happened locally that is getting a tremendous amount of attention, and it has to do with puppies. Adorable puppies. Chances are you've seen the post already. We'll share it with everybody else coming up a little bit later on the show. Couple of sad updates for you this morning. One involves a woman at a Walmart store in Halifax. What many are thinking may be a workplace incident. Maybe it was a health-related incident. We've got the latest involving the woman in Halifax at the Walmart store coming up a little bit later on in the show. Also, we have some concern involving the Quarter Pounder south of the border. There is no alarms in Canada, but apparently one person has died, and there have been 9 sent to hospital across the United States because of something or rather in the Quarter Pounder, and they're thinking maybe they're trying to isolate what that is. We've got the latest details on that coming up. Also, people are freaking out while riding in self-driving cars. This is some funny video we're going to share with you. Also, Red Lobster was probably the biggest restaurant story of 2024, where a popular food chain went bankrupt and then came back. We have another restaurant chain that is on the verge of bankruptcy. We used to have one location in Manitoba at the airport. That's probably giving it away. It's a really popular U.S. chain, definitely in the top 10. And CNBC is reporting this morning that they are ready to pull the pin and declare bankruptcy. They may need some restructuring. We'll tell you who it is, and we'll have the details on that. And finally, are hotels obligated to tell you if they have or have not had bed bugs? That the answer to that question may surprise you. Coming up on the show. First, let's take a look outside and see how things are looking this morning as we update your weather and roads, courtesy of our friends at westmanshuttle.com. Your first-class ride from Brandon to Winnipeg is on westmanshuttle.com. Call 204-730-2333. Nothing on the radar this morning, which means we will be sunny. Actually, big goose egg to start the day at 0. We'll see a high of 13 degrees this afternoon. Nice. Our normal, we're sliding. The normal keeps on sliding. We're now just at 7 degrees for the normal daytime high. And as you probably saw yesterday, we beat over a century-old weather record for Brandon on Monday. Incredible weather up until late. We've been celebrating it extensively on this show. If you've been part of this show, you know that we've been celebrating it. And there's still celebrations to be had. Now, we're not going to see 26 anymore. In fact, we'll be struggling to hit 20. But you know what? Sunshine and temperatures in the teens is not all that bad. 13 today, 11 Thursday in the sun, Friday sun and 11, Saturday sun and 10, Sunday sun 14, Monday sun 13. By then, our normal is going to be like 5. So we'll take it. But what about Halloween, Tyler? What about the impending doom and gloom of the big Halloween superstorm that could be coming our way? Well, I'm pleased to report that there has been little change from the Weather Network this morning. This is our official Halloween report. And for trick-or-treaters, it's going to be around 5 degrees on Halloween. This is from the Weather Network. They're saying on Halloween, partly sunny and 5. The 1st of November, 4. But on the 1st, we could see some snow flurries. It could be our first look at the white stuff. 60% chance, less than 1 centimeter, and then back to the sunshine on Saturday. But again, that is just so far away. It's still a ways away. There's so much to happen between now and then. So we'll just keep on trucking, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. I think that none of us would have a problem with this forecast, though. Trick-or-treaters probably be about 3 degrees maybe when they go trick-or-treating. For our friends south of the border, that's in high 20s, low 30s, I guess low 30s, maybe mid-30s. I don't know, 32 is a freezing point, I think, isn't it? Anyway, the snow is what we're worried about. And this morning, here is the frosty conditions. Basically, Alberta, Saskatchewan, BC, all very frosty on the minus side of things. You can see it with the dark blue. And light blue is just at the freezing mark, which is where we start at 0. So it is going to be a good Halloween. Let's just stay positive, shall we? Let's stay positive and welcome aboard our Sun Seekers. Yes, welcome aboard. We like to do this to start every show. We like to see who has taken the time to stop by and say hello. Maybe they're joining the entire 2 hours. Maybe they're just coming by to say hello, good morning, give us a weather and road update on their own. That's fine too. Sometimes people will come by to say hello and then drop a good thing and then be on their way. We like to start with some positivity, so we do yesterday's good thing, and then they'll be on their way. People are busy. I understand if you've got time to hang out. It'd be great. We have beach time every few minutes, every 30 minutes or so. We hit the beach. We sip our coffee. We pretend like we're sitting there soaking up that beautiful beach sun together in various beaches around the world. And, of course, in hour 2 of the show, we move exclusively over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. And thus, those who we say good morning to on Twitch, we pretty much know they're going to be with us. We hope they're going to be with us for the duration of our 2-hour extravaganza of fun. And puppies today. Oh, the puppies. Lots of oohs and ahs coming up. First, let's see who we've got to say good morning to in our chat. We've got Tosh and Road Reverend in here for a happy Hump Day Wednesday, along with Quentin and Amanda Duchuk. Those 4 all joining us on Twitch this morning. Good morning to all 4 of you. It's nice to see you. Janine's got her camel there. That's the Wednesday tradition. After all, it's the hump. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. Over the hump we go. Danielle is joining us on TikTok this morning. Hi, Danielle. And Brian is here, too, on TikTok. And Polar Bear is here on Twitch. Cindy is here on Twitch, too. She calls it Wild and Wacky Wednesday. Nick is here. Todd Obeam is here on TikTok. Good morning. Good to see you, Todd. Have a great Wednesday. Thank you for dropping by to say hello. Mama J is here. Oh, cocktail. Huh? Hump Day cocktail? I think I will. Cheers to you. Oh, I've got a special announcement coming up, exclusive. It's a Tyler Glen Show exclusive. You will hear it, see it nowhere else but here, and it involves our friends at Tim Hortons. I can't wait to share the details with you. Exclusive. You will hear it here first before anywhere. If that doesn't get you excited, nothing will, as we enjoy our nice hot coffee this morning. KDD 4380's here on Twitch. Good morning to you. Good morning. Lexi on TikTok. Emily's here on TikTok. Sini is here on TikTok too. Hi, Sini. Welcome aboard. Looks a little windy, Nick says. Just enough wind to pick up that pumpkin and transfer it to the neighbor's yard down the street. And the ghost is gone too. My son just bought a whole bunch of those bouncy inflatables for Halloween. He's a homeowner. It's his first Halloween as a homeowner. And I guess he had a few dollars left over to go and, or he's firing up that credit card to get some inflatables for the front yard. He will soon realize that he has purchased a home in Manitoba. We're like so windy. It is so, and there goes the pipe. He'll recognize. He will appreciate tying things down as our fellow sunseekers who have attempted a dump run and had a mattress float off the back of a half-ton truck and onto a little Toyota Corolla behind them. Yes, the beautiful winds that blow in Manitoba. But the time change. Oh, don't get me started. This could occupy a good part of the show today. There's people talking on social media this morning already, and they're getting riled up. The blood pressure is a-pumping as they're getting the coffee in them. We will make lots of time for the daylight savings time debate that has reared its ugly head. Once again, should we stay or should we go now? If we go, there will be trouble. If we stay, there might be double. Should I stay? Borrowed Bean is here. Borrowed Bean. Mavis is here on Facebook. Borrowed Bean is on Twitch. Robert's here on TikTok. Hi, Robert. Anthony is here too. And Bison Man. Oh, Bison Man. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by to say hello. Ryan is here on Twitch to say hello. It's that kind of morning, says MJ. Good to see you. Another Timmy's live stream. Oh, good guess, Nick. Good guess. This is a delicious announcement. A delicious announcement. An exclusive. That's the hint you're going to get. Jennifer Lynn Willis is here on Facebook. Good morning, Jennifer. Hello. Hello, Nature R on TikTok. It's nice to see you. Also, JT is here on TikTok as well. Molly is here on Twitch. And name the date and place. It is time for another live stream soon. We just had one in November. Actually, we'll be at the Sky Dancer, fingers crossed, a week from Saturday. By the way, we will give you a chance to win tickets to see Hunter Hayes at the Sky Dancer Casino starting Monday on the show. Hunter Hayes, Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Hunter Hayes, is going to be performing live at the Sky Dancer Casino again, hoping that the weather holds. Saturday, November the 2nd. And we will give you a chance to win some tickets on the Tyler Glen Show starting Monday. Skydancer Casino, you're saying, where the heck is that? It's about 90 minutes south of Brandon. You go to Dunseith. It's about 70 miles. And then the other 20 is east towards Winnipeg, towards Grand Forks. You get to Dunseith and then east about, not even 20 miles, probably 10. And you will find a big water park there, big hotel, big casino, big event center, lots of stuff going on 365 days of the year at the Sky Dancer Casino. So that'll be our next live stream, 4 till 6 Central Time, 1 week from Saturday. We did the Nelly show in August, and that was so much fun. Oh, my God. That was like my post-COVID return to insane party Tyler. I have not had that much fun since COVID hit. I think the last time I had that kind of wheels flying off the bus fun was just before COVID hit, and we'd flown back from Mexico on a Starjet in 2020. And what year are we in now? Where are we? What is it? 4 years. It's been 4 years. So there was a lot of pent-up anticipation and party activity. So we'll see if we can do a slight repeat of that. Should be fun. Christine Loomis is here. Christine, I think she's going to take part in the daylight savings debate, I think. Yes, she's got some thoughts on that, and we will share those with you coming up in the next little bit. Let's go to yesterday's good thing. We'll continue to say good morning as folks arrive. Yeah, 2020 was amazing. It was the last bit of normalcy that we had. I will always remember it for that. It was just such an amazing trip, a group vacation. We broadcasted live. Little did we know what was ahead for us when we returned from that trip. The rest of the world didn't know what was ahead for them. It was 2 weeks to flatten the curve, a little bit of sniffles, and then look what happened. 5 years later, still cleaning up that mess. Oh, well. Let's get into yesterday's good thing. Positivity, positive vibes. Let's do it. Yesterday's good thing. I had a fellow broadcaster, 2 of them actually, reach out to me yesterday about the show. And actually, ironically, one of them was Don Collins. If you've been here since the beginning, Don Collins, still giving her in San Francisco. DK Media is his company, and he is working with all kinds of broadcasting professionals in the live stream realm, and things continue to go well. And I was thinking of him yesterday because it was 2 years ago this week. I was in San Francisco getting the nuts and bolts ready to go on this show. 2 years. And it is hilarious when you take a look at the scribbled drawings and all the big game plans we had and all the things we were going to do. And then those first few live streams where things weren't working properly. And, oh, man. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. 2 years. Can you believe it? 2 years. We're into 4 seasons. And it was 2 years ago this week. So it was great to hear from Dawn. And from another colleague of mine, it was nice. It was really nice. So what did you have yesterday, GT? Something good yesterday. Did you talk to a friend you haven't talked to in a long time? Did you have a good day at work? Did you avoid getting outside because it was just too cold and you weren't adjusted to the temperature change? We broke records Monday, and then it's like, and then we broke records for extreme cold. No, it wasn't that bad. It was nice to see that we broke a weather record, though. That was pretty cool. Good morning, Jody. MJ says COVID effed up our lives in more ways than one. Yeah. Well, we just got to keep pushing forward. We have to soldier on. I like that saying. We have to soldier on. Keep pushing on. We're not through yet. We've got the hangover is long, but that's okay. We're on the backside. We're in the back 9. Borrowed Bean says we need a Sunseeker holiday. I am ferociously working on that. It is very difficult to do as a one-man operation. I am telling you right now. And not only that, it is incredibly expensive. Especially if you're going to do like an all-inclusive trip. I'm looking into everything. You know that's on my radar, right? You know that's where I would like to take this. That's where I'd like to drive this. I don't know if I'll be successful or not, but everything, all the boxes that we set up 2 years ago for this show have been checked. Doing the live streams from the different resorts in the area, doing the live streams in different locations and restaurants in the area we have managed to do successfully. And plus, I mean, the Skydancer casinos, those shows have been awesome. The international equipment has been working, so we're poised for takeoff. It's just logistics and planning. There's a lot to it, but know that I am working on it. It is on my radar, and we're gonna try and do something. So thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see what we can make happen. Cindy says, stopped at a garage sale and picked up a painting for $5 that she's already put on eBay. Apparently it was a Van Gogh, and it sold for $10 million. Oh, my God. Well, no, that didn't happen. She stopped at a garage sale and got some good deals. But that could happen. We have stories like that on the show all the time. Liz, who's joining us on Facebook, says, my 5-year-old son started making himself breakfast all by himself. Wow. That gets a winner's bell, Liz. Holy cow. Woo. Oh, man, at 5 years old, he's doing that already. Just think at 6 years old, he's going to be, Mom, that'll be $14.99, please. Excuse me, what? He not only can make breakfast for himself, he can make breakfast for others. And he is a little entrepreneur. Molly had a great day yesterday. Well, thanks for sharing that. We don't have high expectations. No crime, no bed bugs. Bar is pretty low. Quentin says you've gone way beyond surprisingly decent. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thanks for showing up, cutie. Borrowed Bean, GT. I was killing it at work yesterday. So many good ideas. Oh, yeah. Creativity is flowing. That is awesome. That is awesome. Thanks for sharing your good things. I do appreciate it. You know what? I also heard from our pal Greg over at Tim Hortons, and oh my gosh, it's an exclusive, a Tyler Glen Show exclusive. You are going to hear it here first before you hear it anywhere else. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. Bum, 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 bum. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. The holiday smile cookie is back. Everybody loves these. They're so good. And there is a lot of fundraising that is done with this. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Dauphin, Manitoba is the Smile Cookie restaurant capital of the country. They sell more Smile Cookies out of Dauphin, Manitoba's little store in the south end of that town than anywhere else in the country. Tim Hortons, Toronto? Nope. Tim Hortons, Stanley Park? Nope. Tim Hortons, St. John's, Newfoundland? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. It is right here in Manitoba. We love our Smile Cookies. And not just Dauphin. Brandon had a top 10 finish, too. One of the Brandon stores. So we love our Smile Cookies. They are back. And pre-orders start now. This will obviously be on social media, if not in the next 24 hours, in the coming days, because pre-ordering starts now. It is coming in, 3 weeks? 3 weeks is when the Smile Cookie week will be happening. So this is absolutely fantastic. The website is up and live now with a complete list of the special groups that will be benefiting from the Smile Cookie campaign. You can check this out for yourself at timhortonswestman.ca. Again, that's timhortonswestman.ca. Speaking of Dauphin, let's click on Dauphin and see. Oh, there's the order form. See, you can do your pre-order right here. There, you just put your email, your name, your business name and phone number, and then your date of pickup. And this really helps with coordinating what is a tremendous fundraiser and a very popular program. If you pre-order them, this way you can get your 5 dozen and share them with your coworkers by doing the pre-order. Showing up at the drive-thru to order 5 dozen, it's a little, they can do it. They'll do it. They'll do it with a smile, and they'll do it right for you, but that's a lot of work. It's so much better if you pre-order. And they'll be supporting the Rotary Club of Dauphin and Tim's Camps this year for the Christmas Smile Cookie campaign in Dauphin. In Neepawa, they'll be supporting Neepawa Habitat for Humanity and Tim's Camps. In Verdun, they will be supporting Verdun Christmas Cheer and Tim's Camps. And Moosomin, Saskatchewan, we cannot forget about you, even though you wear Riders jerseys, but I love you. Go green. Not this year, though. McNaughton High School and Tim's Camps out at Moosomin. And, of course, the locations in Brandon, supporting the Smile Zone at the Brandon Clinic and Tim's Camps. So these cookies will be baked and ready for pickup November 18th to 24th. You heard it here first. Smile Cookies are coming back for the holidays at Tim Hortons. And if you want to be one of the first in the area to ensure that you've got the cookie number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 5,000, again, you can visit their website starting now at timhortonswestman.com. All right? A special good morning to our friend Andrea Epp and her crew at Epp Law Office. Again, if you need legal assistance, if you are purchasing a home, it is such an exciting time. And it's a stressful time. I mean, you know how interest rates are. Apparently, there's an interest rate decision coming today. All signs are pointing to an interest rate drop. Let's keep our fingers crossed on that. And that just means that we'll undoubtedly have more people entering the market, buying and selling homes. And, of course, that's always a good thing. It's an exciting thing, but can be a complicated thing. And that's why having a good lawyer in your back pocket is always awesome. And we've got one for you, Epp Law Office. You've driven by there on 18th Street. It's across from the RBC. And pop on by there. They also handle wills and estates and corporate law. So now you've got a lawyer. You didn't even know it. 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC, Epp Law Office. And if you ever get a scratch, dent, ding, or have some hail damage, you also have the folks of Auto Fashion that are just ready to take your vehicle, give you a courtesy car, take care of that SGI or MPI claim for you. They'll probably give you a $50 gift card to your favorite restaurant. Go for lunch while they work on your car, and they'll take out those scratches, dents, dings, and take care of the hail damage for you, too. At Auto Fashion, where it's not detailing, it's fine auto finishing. And if you've got a little baby, a car that you've spent a lot of money on, you've invested big time, you have got to make sure that you are taking care of it. And that's where the ceramic coating and so on comes into play. And they've got sports cars that come in from Saskatchewan, Northwestern Ontario, Winnipeg, all over. I love going over there to visit them. He's always got a sports car in one of the bays that he's working on. Porsches, like the Porsches. So I just sit there and talk with Herman and drool over the Porsches. And then we have to polish that up so that there's not drool going back to the customer after I've been drooling on the Porsche. Auto Fashion, 255 17th Street North, behind Lee's Buffet next to the car wash. Look for the big green A's. Okay, coming up in the next little bit on the show, workplace safety accident. Was it a health issue? What has happened at the Walmart in Halifax? It's a very sad story. It's one of the few times that we're going to talk about something briefly, and we're going to just keep the jokes to. There's not much to joke about on this, but it is a story that is all over the place this morning and has generated a tremendous amount of interest. There is also a tremendous amount of interest in McDonald's this morning. There is some problems south of the border. This is a U.S. story, and I want to stress that, okay? Because we got good people working at McD's up here. Maybe this is Trump's fault. Maybe he was working McDonald's. I just realized that. They got 49 cases. Wow. Okay, that's up to 49 cases, one death of E. coli, apparently linked to the Quarter Pounder. We'll have details on that. The franchise that is reportedly headed for bankruptcy this morning. We're going to talk about that and, of course, the daylight savings time debate. We're going to have some fun with that. Can it be fun? Sure. We're going to paint the picture. I don't think people truly understand when they say, let's get rid of daylight savings time. Do you really know what that means? I don't know. We'll break it down. We'll pull it apart 6 ways from Sunday. And, of course, we're all here for the sun. We're going to go to the Canary Islands today. Canary Islands. This is Santiago Beach. Let's have some beach time. Welcome aboard, gang. Oh, it's one of the few times we've had a live cam shower on the show. Watching people shower. Are we allowed to do that? Oh, it's a beach shower. Getting all that sand on. Hate to have sand trucked up into the hotel. Santiago Beach. This is in the Canary Islands. It's a live shot for a Wednesday morning. Look at those waves. Oh, it's beautiful. Debbie, good morning to you. Debbie on Facebook. Heather, good morning to you as well. As we get set for a Hump Day Wednesday, let's go over the hump together and come back to southern Manitoba to see we have gone up 1 degree. Look at that. We're at +1. Still rather dark because of daylight savings time. We'll get into that coming up in a little bit. We are updating your weather and roads, brought to you by voicemanusa.com. They are your first-class ride from Brandon into Winnipeg. voicemanusa.com. Call 204-730-2333. Going to a sporting event? Going to the mall? Maybe you got a doctor's appointment? Just call ahead. Visit the website. Arrange it, and I guarantee you will love Lindsay and his crew. 204-730-2333. The radar is empty. That means sun today, 13 degrees. And after breaking that weather record on Monday, no record-breaking temperatures to speak of heading into the weekend, but nothing to complain about, Sunseekers. I'm telling you, our normal now is 7. Will be 11 Thursday in the sun, Friday 11, Saturday 10. Maybe you're going to be out at a Halloween party this weekend. Weather is going to be awesome. Sunshine as far as the forecast will go, which is Tuesday. Sun, and double digits. So lots to look forward to in the coming days. Next week, the Weather Network is saying the Halloween forecast hasn't changed. Mix of sun and cloud and +5 degrees for the 31st. Taking a look at the air temperature map, we're seeing that where they got snow in Alberta, it is frosty. Look at the dark blues. The dark blues are well below freezing. Light blues are 0 to around +5. And you can see there's a lot of blue on that map this morning as people get ready for their Wednesday. And the countdown to Halloween continues and the countdown to daylight savings time. We'll get into those details in a second. First, these are the latest details involving a 19-year-old woman who was found unresponsive at Walmart. This is a police investigation is underway. They released some details yesterday that sent the internet into a flurry of activity. I myself have a lot of questions about how something like this could happen, but here is the latest involving the Halifax incident from yesterday.
They are coming out in a press briefing clarifying some more details here, just exactly where in the store her body was discovered. Take a listen.
The female was located in the walk-in oven in the bakery within the store.
She was inside the oven?
Yes, in the oven inside the store.
Do we know whether...
You heard that correctly. So this was in Halifax on Saturday. The store was closed. A 19-year-old woman was discovered by police in the, I didn't even know of such a thing, a walk-in oven in the store.
Inside the store.
Do we know whether it was on when she was inside?
That's part of our investigation, and which is ongoing at this time.
Now, police caution against jumping to any conclusions as to the nature of this death. They say that they have not yet determined the manner in which she died or the cause of death here. To that, they say that that investigation, that part of the investigation could take, quote, a significant amount of time, and that they are working with occupational health and safety in the province, as well as the Nova Scotia Medical Examiner's Office. Jacqueline?
So, Sarah, what more is known about this 19-year-old woman?
Over the weekend on Sunday, the Maritime Sikh Association confirmed that she is a member of the local Sikh community. And in that interview, alluding to the fact that she had immigrated to Canada at some point. Her name has not been released publicly. There are flowers outside of the store, notes being left in condolence and in memory of her. As of Tuesday, the store remained temporarily closed, and we know from the Department of Labor in Nova Scotia that a stop work order was issued for the bakery in the store and specifically one piece of equipment. Walmart has said that they are offering support to employees as well as grief counseling on scene.
Absolutely horrific story. And our thoughts are, there are no words. Deepest condolences to the family of this young lady, just 19 years old. And maybe somebody can shed some light on this. I have been to bakeries before. We have bakeries sponsors on our show, and I've had the privilege of going and inspecting some bakeries. They've got big ovens there, but not any ovens that you can walk into. I have never heard of such a thing. Now, walk-in freezers I've heard of, and they can be, they freak me out. Those big doors, and I'm like, I immediately get my back up at a walk-in freezer. I'm like, no, I'm not going anywhere near there. And because that door closes on me, I'm in here, I'll be a Tyler-sicle. But a walk-in oven, I have never heard of such a thing. And how much are you baking if you've got a walk-in oven? Anybody work at a store that had a walk-in oven? I have never heard of such a. Obviously, they exist, but this is just a sad story. But because it is just so rare for something like this to happen, it is getting a tremendous amount of attention, obviously, online. And again, our thoughts are not only with the family of the 19-year-old woman, but the staff at the Walmart and people in Halifax. It's all they're talking about this morning. There's also some concern at McDonald's south of the border. There is one death being reported involving the Quarter Pounder. Who knew? McDonald's, their shares have fallen in response to the outbreak. They're calling this an outbreak, and the restaurants, some restaurants have pulled the Quarter Pounder from its menu. Holy cow. Now, they're saying that there's an investigation that is underway to determine what the source of this contamination could be. Now, again, I want to stress that when we're talking about something like this, this is in the United States. I went to AI right away because I couldn't get it on Google to see how many ingredients could be shared across the border. Are there different items that might be shared, like onions, condiments, things like that? And it periodically can happen. But again, it is important to note that these cases are limited to 10 U.S. states. The FDA, USDA, CDC, and health officials at the state and local levels have connected E. coli poisoning to one of McDonald's most iconic burgers, the Quarter Pounder. Officials do not know the exact source yet, but have narrowed it down to either the patties or the onions that go on the burger. Both the ground beef and onions are unique to Quarter Pounders. As tests are run on the ground beef that makes up the Quarter Pounder patties, as well as the onions, McDonald's has temporarily suspended Quarter Pounder ingredients in question in the states where the E. coli has been found. The 10 states are Colorado, Kansas, Utah, Wyoming, Iowa, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Wisconsin, and Oregon. And there is 49 people sick. One person has died. Again, this is a story out of the United States. There is no concern in Canada at this point. Important to say. Now, let's shift gears a little bit, shall we, to something a little more uplifting. And yet another heavy news-related item, because this was Brandon Police, our local police department, APB. You know what that stands for? Do you know what APB stands for? It's pretty important. It's pretty huge. An APB is, you thought it was an all-points bulletin. It is not. It is an all-puppies bulletin. Oh, look at the puppies. Oh my gosh. Oh, aren't they adorable? If you're listening to the show right now, you are missing out because what you're looking at here, what everybody else that has a screen is looking at, is the most. Do you know what breed of dogs those would be? Somebody is a dog lover that's going to tell me what breed of dogs those. It doesn't matter. The breed is cute. The breed, the breed is adorable. And if you're listening to the podcast, okay, I got to post these. I got to post this on my website at tylerglenshow.com so you can check it out, okay? Brandon police are searching for the owners of the abandoned puppies. They were abandoned on Tuesday, and they posted this on X. They're adorable. 5 in total, 4 little black and brown ones, and 1 is pure brown. Rottweiler Cross? Are you joking, or I don't know my I don't know my dog brands or my dog breeds. Animal control officers would like to speak to the owners to ensure the health and welfare of the parent dog and gather more information about the puppies, they wrote on X. They also reminded pet owners they should reach out for help or call animal control before abandoning animals. And it's important that if you know the owner of these cute, adorable puppies, please call Brandon Police. It's a shepherd mix, says Liz. Thank you, Liz. I can't get over the cuteness of this, and so obviously this is being shared far and wide. You want to talk about being popular on the internet. Oh my gosh, the Brandon Police, their social media accounts have melted. They've exploded. And I'm starting to wonder, okay, are these puppies really missing, or is this a marketing ploy? Is this a market? Because, you know, I'm just waiting for, oh, by the way, we found a whole bunch of groceries just in a shopping cart. Here's a picture. Some steaks, some potatoes, some snacks, and they've just been abandoned. If anyone knows where this huge cart of groceries who belongs to, please call the Brandon Police. Is it marketing? Is it? I mean, people go crazy over free groceries. People go crazy over puppies. I think these puppies are adopted probably this morning. This is from yesterday. I bet you they're gone already. Forget contacting the original owner. They're probably already gone. The owners were lined up at the police station yesterday afternoon. They're so cute. Let's just take a moment, shall we? I need a home. Can you take me home and love me? I'll be a good boy or girl, I promise. Oh, man. They are cute. Of course, I kid. It's not a marketing ploy. These guys need to be home. Sweet. All right. Back to the beach bunker we come. And again, I will post a picture of that and, again, contact details so you can get a hold of the Brandon Police if you know anything about this through the website at tylerglenshow.com. Okay, daylight savings time. Let's get into this right away here. First, I do want to mention my friends at Kuiper's Family Bakery. They are the favorite bakery of southwestern Manitoba, from cinnamon buns to hot dog and hamburger buns. They're going to take care of all your bread needs at Kuiper's Family Bakery. And you know what? I got to tell you that we were talking earlier about Christmas a little bit. With Christmas coming, I want to put this on your radar right now. Christmas baking. You know how much you love that stuff. You know how much your company loves it. Your family loves Christmas baking. Why do you need to go to all the work? Why? You don't have time. You're not going to have time. You just got to remember you have a friend in the baking business. Not just a friend. You have got the experts at Kuiper's Family Bakery. So as Christmas approaches and you start to formulate a game plan as to how you're going to tackle all this, it's important to keep in mind that Kuiper's Family Bakery does an amazing job of everything from loaves to the cookies to the special like lemon bars and biscuits, everything. At 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner beside Tasties. Need an oil change? Make it Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. They'll get you in and out in a flash, and you'll be helping out the food bank, a very busy place. And you got to get your oil changed. It says so in the owner's manual. You got to get her done. 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. They'll make a donation to Helping Hands, Bear Clan, and Samaritan House. You'll get the multi-point inspection. They'll show you your filter while you wait, and you'll be in and out and on your way in no time. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. They'll take care of you. And our friends at Sunrise Credit Union. At Sunrise Credit Union, they are the sponsors of the new National Volleyball Championship coming in 2025 to Brandon University. That announcement made earlier this week. How exciting is that? Congratulations, BU. Congratulations, Sunrise Credit Union. Throwing a national event like this is not an easy thing to do. It takes resources. And that's why having a backer like Sunrise Credit Union is so important. So thank you, Sunrise. Way to go, BU. And don't forget, Sunrise is accepting applications for their Building Communities Grant Program until the 31st of October. If you have a not-for-profit, community-minded group activity, initiative going on, go to sunrisecu.mb.ca and see how you could benefit from the Building Communities Grant Program. Daylight savings time. So daylight savings time is back on the radar thanks to Quebec. Apparently in Quebec, they're going to open it up and ask the people whether or not that we should take part in, or they should take part in daylight savings time. According to a recent survey, this is North American-wide. Actually, this is on both sides of the border, and this is important because one of the arguments is that the Americans won't change. No, the Americans don't like it either. 59% do not want to be changing clocks. That's the vast majority. They're like, knock it off. The problem is for us Northerners. The problem is up north. It is a big problem. I want to be awake when the sun is shining. I'll explain coming up. First, here's what's going on in Quebec right now.
Season, home to vibrant colors, cooling temperatures, although not lately, and a time change that almost nobody seems to want.
Darkness, sadness. So I wish we wouldn't do it.
Down with time changes. No time changes.
It's a little bit annoying, but it's kind of part of life. You just deal with it.
While falling back and springing forward could soon be a thing of the past in Quebec, the province has launched a public consultation to study the issue.
We want to hear all the Quebecers about what do they think about changing time 2 times a year.
The minister wants to know if Quebecers prefer to stay permanently in either daylight
Do you want a poutine? Do you want a time change? What do you want?
saving time or standard time, or if people want to keep changing twice a year.
Whatever we can do to piss the rest of the country off, that's what we're going to do, because that's what we do.
Sleep expert Dr. Roger Godbout says changing the time is actually not good for us at all.
It's bad for our mental equilibrium, well-being, physical health.
Next week, we'll leave daylight saving time and go to standard time, which means more light in the morning during winter, but those dreaded dark afternoons. Godbout thinks that should be the permanent setting.
Because it's the morning light that is the most important for our equilibrium, mentally and physically, because that's when the clock, the internal clock, the biological clock, starts working.
For years, Alison Usher-Jones has campaigned for permanent daylight saving time. She even submitted a petition to the National Assembly back in 2020.
It would be awfully upsetting if we lost our long summer nights and replaced it with a 3 a.m. sunrise.
Usher-Jones rightly points out that Ontario has said it would move to permanent daylight saving time if New York and Quebec did it.
You know, I wouldn't want us to be the odd ones out if no one else is changing.
Godbout says it would not make much sense for Quebec to act without its key neighbors, but Jolin Barrette says he's not excluding the idea.
We have our full autonomy.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, they're Quebec. They're if you're not from here, they just kind of do whatever they want anyway. So, but the point of the matter is that they've opened up this can of worms again, and it seems to rear its ugly head every time we do the daylight savings time thing. So we have this debate every 6 months. When are we just going to leave it alone? What are your thoughts on daylight savings time? Now, other than it sucks, both of them suck. It's the messing up of our sleep that sucks, right? Don't you think? I do not want a 3 a.m. sunrise, guys. And that's really what we're going to be faced with. What we're going to be faced with here is that we've got two choices. So if we decide that we're not going to do the time change anymore, we have to pick one. We have to pick either daylight savings time, which is what we're in now, which means that mornings just get darker and darker and darker and darker and darker until December the 21st, at which time we will have the sun set at about 20 after 5. So for those saying, I hate going to work and coming home and it's dark, it ain't going to be much more daylight if we keep daylight savings time, because the sun is going down at around 4:30 when we fall back. So if we keep daylight savings time, the sun will go down at 5:20, maybe 5:30 at best. On a real clear day, you'll have the sun for the extra half hour. But when you go to work, the sun won't get up till 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 to 10. That to me just seems odd, seems weird. Okay, so let's not pick daylight savings time. Let's fall back and stay on standard time. Well, then what that means, that's when you get your 3 a.m. sunrises. Because the problem, boys and girls, is not the clock. It's the fact we're too far north. We shouldn't be up here. Let's take a look at the map, shall we? Canada, 40 million people. United States, 400 million people. Tell me that it's more inhabitable in one country over another without telling me it's more inhabitable in one country than the other. They have 10 times the population because it's warmer, there's more daylight, the days are evenly split. The further south you go, you're going to get 12 and 12. That's just the way it is. You go to Florida, sun goes up, sun comes down. It's a 6 and 6 and 6, and the closer to the equator you go, that's how this is going to work. But it's because we're too far north, so the clock doesn't match up. We have to do this. It sucks. I know. It sucks. Messes with everybody's sleep schedule. But then we all got to move because we're too far north. I've said it. But and I say that tongue in cheek, but I mean, our summers are awesome. I love the 11 p.m. sunset. Molly says, I like changing the clocks. Tosh says daylight savings time sucks. Oh man, how are you feeling? Yellow Jacket says, just keep it at daylight savings time. So we will go to work. It'll be 10 o'clock in the morning and the sun will just be coming up, and we'll have that half an hour on the way home. I guess it's maybe just getting used to. That way I do get my 11 o'clock sunset still. But dark till 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, guys, it's depressing living up here. It's because we're too far north. Norman, we're too far north. we got to go south. Cindy says, of course no one wants it to be dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Molly says, I'm asleep on Sunday during the change, so it doesn't matter to me. Well, and thank you for mentioning that. The reality is that, you spend a couple of weeks getting used to it, and then it's okay. Christine says, I don't like leaving for work in the dark and driving home in the dark. At least I have a south-facing window at work, which is important. It is important to have sunlight. It is a mental health issue, and we need to have that sunlight while we're awake. Brandy says we don't have to change time. We could stay on DST. They changed when this occurs. Just scrap it all together. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No, keep it. I'm a fan. Patricia says the time change is ridiculous. Leave it on standard time all year round. No. Fight me. Come on. Change my mind. I'm going to keep changing the time. I like changing the time because I want the maximum amount of sun while I'm awake. Quentin says split the diffie. Change it by half an hour. We'll do it the Newfie way because, do they do that in Newfoundland? Because everything is 10 o'clock Central, 11 Eastern, 11:30 in Newfoundland. Oh, man. Good morning. I wish they would just leave it alone. Well, see, we just don't want to be messing with our schedules. Michelle says, I've never seen the sun up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said to Michelle, that is correct, but the debate is back. And if we decide that we're going to adopt one of the two, daylight savings time or standard time, we will end up with a 3 a.m. sunrise. So Saskatchewan sees a 3 a.m. sunrise? No, Michelle, they're in a different time zone. I can't draw you a map. Well, I guess I could draw you a map, but there's different time zones. If the sun is up at 3 a.m., then so am I, says Steve. I can get the lawn mowed before I go to work. He's okay with it. I'm an early riser, don't get me wrong, but he's going to start mowing the lawn at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, okay. Cindy says, you can always catch up on sleep. It's an appetizer. I like it. Tosh says, I'll fight you, Tyler Glen Show. Okay, here we go, Tosh. Here we go. I'm an old guy. I fight like Joe Biden. What are we doing again? She's on her way to the beach bunker. We'll wrestle. Oh, man. Hey, we got a split. TikTokers, we're just getting into the show. This is, thank you, Lioness. Lioness says, Merry Christmas and Happy Halloween. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us on TikTok. Guys, we got to roll. We're moving the party over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show for hour 2. We're just getting started. More beach time, more fun, and I promise a lot less heavier topics than the Walmart McDonald's stuff we had to start with this morning. So come and join us, would you? It's hump day. If you can't, I understand. Things are busy. Countdown to Halloween continues. A countdown to my favorite day of the year, the time change. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to say that to piss people off. Now, I love the time change. I'll even make a song. Oh, yeah, the time change. Bye, TikTokers. See you later. Thank you. We're moving to Twitch. Okay, and likewise with our friends on the other social media channels, thank you for hanging out with us for the first hour. I do appreciate it. Podcast goes at noon. Basically, wherever you get your podcast, including the website, tylerglenshow.com. And more details on the items that we talked about are also available on the website. Thanks for being here for hour 1. Hour 2 starts